Hi, it's me here. And behind the scenes, we are gearing up for our latest London Dinner Club event. We're so excited. Today, we are going to take you into the kitchen and show you how we prep for these events. A little bit of behind the scenes action. This is what the studio looks like when the chefs are not here. It's usually pretty tidy, but they've just left. So there's a little bit of mess in the kitchen. But this is where the magic happens. We're prepping for our next London Dinner Club event with a special guest chef. For those of you who don't know, the London Dinner Club is an exclusive supper club that takes place in the very heart of London, hosted by myself and my business partner. Each month, we invite a different chef who designs a menu that is served to 24 Dinner Club members. We have some incredible chefs who have come through the club. We started this in January of 2020, which was probably one of the worst times to start a supper club. And we've been doing it virtually since then. But finally, things are opening up and we're so excited to be back in person. All of our ingredients for the night will arrive today. So we'll do a quick inventory. The team will start prepping all of the vegetables and starting with the garnish for the canapes. And then we'll move on to prepping the garnishes for the rest of the dishes. After that, we'll start cooking. And we're making about 300 canapes today because we serve 5 per person. Canapes are bite-sized oars that are served before a meal. Canapes are French, from the word canape, which means couch or bed. They were originally designed to feed guests while seated at a small couch or in bed. They became popular during the Middle Ages and were served to guests while they were reclining after a big meal. Over time, they've evolved into small snacks that are served before a meal. While most people think of them as party food, canapes can actually be found on the menus of fine dining restaurants around the world. Our chef has a really fun canape recipe planned for tonight. These are Yorkshire puddings filled with crab and a black pudding cake. To make these, we start by cracking open some eggs and whisking them with a splash of milk. Then we add flour and season with salt and pepper. This batter is then piped into the Yorkshire pudding tray. Once the trays are full, we pour oil into the bottom and place them in the oven. While the Yorkshire puddings bake, we'll cook the filling. First, we'll gently fry some shallots and garlic. Then we add crab meat and black pudding. The crab meat just needs to warm through, so we're careful not to overcook it. Once everything is cooked, we spread some browned shrimp and tartare sauce on top of the crab mixture and fill each Yorkshire pudding with a generous amount. Finally, we garnish with some chopped parsley and chives. While the canapes bake, we'll work on another part of the starter, which is a cured sea bream. We're brining some slices of sea bream with sugar and salt. Brining meat helps to keep it wall-to-wall medium rare and enhances the flavor. This is especially important for fish like sea bream, which can be quite dry if it's overcooked. Now we'll prep the garnish for the main part of the starter, which is a cucumber sorbet. We cut the cucumbers into cubes and place them in a blender. Then we add white wine vinegar, sugar, and salt. We blend until it is smooth, and then we press the mixture through a fine mesh strainer to remove any seeds or pulp. We're now ready to freeze the sorbet. Now we're going to plate up the canapes. We start by adding a dot of brown shrimp and tartare sauce to the center of each plate. Next, we place a canape in the center of the sauce. Finally, we add a tiny bit of chopped parsley and chive. While the canapes are plating, we'll finish the cured sea bream. We're going to poach it in a mixture of white wine, water, and salt. Once the sea bass is poached, we remove it from the liquid and pat it dry with some paper towel. Next, we'll trim the excess fat from the pancetta and chop it into cubes. Now we'll render out the fat on low heat. Once all the fat has been rendered, we'll add the cubed pancetta and cook it until it's crispy. While the pancetta is crisping up, we'll quickly sear some skin on potatoes and green beans. Once the pancetta is crispy, we'll remove it from the pan and set aside. Next, we'll add the sea bass to the hot pan and sear both sides. Finally, we'll place the potato and green bean salad on the plates and top it with the sea bass. While the team finishes plating the starters, we'll prep the next course, which is the main protein dish. We're serving venison with celeriac and beetroot. For the garnish, we're going to thinly slice some apple and place it in an ice water bath. Now we'll dice the celeriac and beetroot. Next, we'll sweat out some shallots and garlic. Once the garlic and shallots are nice and fragrant, we'll add the diced celeriac and cook it until it's almost tender. Then we'll add red wine, thyme and bay leaf and let it reduce down. After that, we'll add beef stock and cook it until the celeriac is tender. Next, we'll prepare the beetroot by sweating some shallots and garlic. Once the shallots and garlic are nice and fragrant, we add the beetroot and cook it until it's tender. After that, we'll add red wine vinegar and red wine and let it reduce down. We'll finish the sauce with butter and some chopped thyme. For the venison, we're going to sear the fillets. We want them medium rare, so we'll use a meat thermometer to make sure they don't get overcooked. Once the venison is seared, we'll transfer it to a baking tray and place it in the oven. We also want to cook some diced venison. We'll add it to the hot pan and cook it until it's browned on all sides. Then we'll add red wine vinegar and deglaze the pan. After that, we'll add beef stock and cook it until the venison is almost cooked through. Next, we'll add fresh thyme and rosemary and let it cook for another minute. Once the venison is cooked through, we'll remove it from the liquid and place it in the fridge to cool. Now we're ready to plate up the main course. We'll start by adding a spoonful of the celeriac and beetroot mixture to the center of each plate. Next, we'll add a slice of venison on top of the vegetables. Finally, we'll drizzle some sauce on top of the venison. Now we're going to prep the dessert, which is a deconstructed chocolate mousse. We'll start by tempering some chocolate. To temper chocolate, we first need to melt about 2/3 of the chocolate. Then we'll add the remaining chocolate and stir until it's completely melted. Next, we'll mix together the cream and sugar, then slowly whisk it into the melted chocolate. Now we'll add the egg yolks and vanilla extract and continue to whisk until the mixture is thick and glossy. Once the mousse is finished, we'll freeze it until it's firm. While the mousse is freezing, we'll make the caramel crumble. We'll add butter to a pan on low heat. Once all the butter has melted, we'll add flour and cook it until it's lightly browned. Be careful not to burn the flour, or else the crumble will be bitter. Next, we'll add sugar and cook it until the mixture is a light caramel color. We don't want to make it too dark, or else the crumble will be burnt. After that, we'll add pecans and cook them until they're fragrant. Now we're ready to bake the crumble. We'll add the mixture to a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Then we'll bake it until it's golden brown. Once the crumble is out of the oven, we'll let it cool and then break it into pieces. Now we'll prep the frozen mousse. We'll cube it and then roll the cubes in the caramel crumble. Once the mousse is rolled in the crumble, we'll place it in the freezer until it's ready to be plated. Finally, we're going to plate up the dessert. We'll start by adding a scoop of ice cream to the center of each plate. Next, we'll add 3 mousse croquettes on top of the ice cream. Finally, we'll drizzle hot caramel on top of the croquettes. And that's it. We are all plated up and ready to go. We hope you enjoyed this little peek into our kitchen. It's always such a whirlwind to prep for these events, but it's so much fun. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. We do things a bit differently here at the Dinner Club. We believe that great food and drink can bring people together. Each of our carefully curated exclusive Dinner Club nights takes place in a unique and stunning location with the aim to bring like-minded people together over incredible food and drink. Over the years, we have hosted thousands of guests at special events all around the world, from London to New York and beyond. The question is, what actually happens at one of our London Dinner Club nights? Well, let me tell you. But first, if you are new here, welcome. This channel is dedicated to bringing you behind-the-scenes access to my world. including restaurant and hotel reviews, travel tips, and other exciting projects in the works. So if you like what you see, then be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. And let's get into it. So an event kicks off with the pre-dinner drinks reception. Guests arrive and they are greeted with a welcome drink before being shown through to the main dining area, where their table will be for the evening. It's a chance for everyone to mingle, settle in, and soak up the unique atmosphere of the venue. Canapes are served during the reception so that guests can enjoy some delicious food whilst continuing to chat and make new friends. The whole point of the London Dinner Club is for like-minded professionals to connect with each other in a relaxed and fun environment. Our events are not a formal affair, but rather a great opportunity to expand your network. You might even find yourself seated next to someone completely new to you at your table, and by the end of the evening, you'll be exchanging contact details, ready to grab coffee another time. Many of our guests come alone and are often surprised at how many new connections they make during the course of the evening. Once everyone has arrived and made their way to the table, the host will welcome everyone and kick off the dinner. A quick introduction all around the table goes back in the day. People share a little bit about themselves, maybe their role and what they do. It is a great way to break the ice and gets the conversation flowing ahead of the main event, the food. Here at the London Dinner Club, we work closely with exceptional private chefs who design a bespoke menu specifically for our event. The menus change regularly, showcasing seasonal ingredients and innovative flavor combinations. You can expect 5 to 7 courses of Middle Eastern and North African-inspired food with a contemporary twist. Some of the dishes may be familiar to you, such as the sea bass with pickled onions or the signature chocolate dessert with Arabic meze. Others may be more adventurous, like the Wagyu beef tartare or the lobster with saffron emulsion. No matter what you choose, each dish is made with the finest quality ingredients and prepared with the utmost care and attention to detail. The presentation is as beautiful as the taste, making every meal an Instagram-worthy moment. As you savor the flavors, you'll hear the clinking of glasses and laughter echoing around the room. The lively atmosphere encourages conversation, and you'll find yourself engaged in animated discussions with your fellow diners. You never know who you might meet. The chef may join the table during the meal to talk about the food, or the sommelier might make an appearance to discuss the wine pairings. It's a chance to learn something new and gain insights you wouldn't have anywhere else. Speaking of drinks, our bar team is just as creative as the kitchen. They've designed a selection of signature cocktails that complement the menu perfectly. From the refreshing cucumber and mint cooler to the tangy tamarind martini, there's something to suit every taste. In between courses, you can sip on a glass of fine wine chosen to enhance the flavors of the food. The sommelier will guide you through the best vintages, sharing their knowledge and ensuring you have the perfect pairing for your meal. Non-alcoholic options are also available for those who prefer it. After the last plate is cleared away and the final glass is raised, the energy in the room shifts. The post-dinner entertainment begins, and the night continues late into the evening. There's a range of activities on offer, from live music and DJ sets to interactive games and immersive experiences. The beats of a live DJ set pulse through the room, inviting everyone to the dance floor. Couples sway to the romantic tunes, while others strike their best pose. Laughter echoes as the DJ takes requests, and the crowd sings along to the classics. Whether you're a natural dancer or prefer to watch from the sidelines, the music adds a vibrant energy to the night, creating unforgettable memories and spontaneous dance moves that will be talked about for weeks to come. Themed nights add an extra layer of fun to the mix. For instance, a tropical-themed night might feature limbo competitions and cocktail tastings, while a Parisian-themed evening could include a waltz lesson and a photo booth with props. These interactive elements encourage guests to fully embrace the spirit of the night, adding a touch of playfulness and surprise to the overall experience. If you are looking for an unforgettable experience, then why not book your place at one of our upcoming events? You can visit our website to browse our calendar of events and secure your spot. Don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on all the latest news and to see what happens at our past events. Now that you know what to expect, it's time to ask, what makes our dinner club nights so special? Is it the meticulously crafted menu that tantalizes the taste buds? Or perhaps the thoughtfully curated wine pairings that complement the cuisine? Maybe it's the buzzing atmosphere created by the infectious energy of the crowd. Whatever it is, one thing is certain: the magic of our dinner club nights lies in the shared experience. It's a chance to connect with others, to laugh, to dance, and to create lasting memories. It's about indulging in the finer things in life and appreciating the art of good food and company. Each event is a celebration of life, a toast to new beginnings, and a tribute to the joy of shared experiences. As you walk through the doors, you're not just entering a room, you're stepping into a community of individuals who appreciate the finer things in life, who love to explore new flavors, and who understand that the best moments are shared with good company. Here, the conversation flows as easily as the wine, and the laughter echoes long after the last dish is served. It's a place where connections are made, friendships are forged, and memories are created. So if you're looking for more than just a meal, if you're seeking an experience that nourishes the soul as much as the body, then join us at the Dinner Club. Be part of a community that celebrates life, good food, and great company. And now I want to hear from you. What do you think of our London Dinner Club nights? Would you consider joining us for an event? Let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts always help shape what we do better. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be taking you along with me as I plan an exclusive dinner club event in London for 2025. Here at Inside My London, I love creating memorable experiences for my clients, whether that be through my luxury concierge service or now through Inside My London Dinner Club. In this series, I will be sharing all the behind-the-scenes action as I plan a range of exclusive events in London for some of the most discerning clients. So if you want to find out how I juggle multiple events whilst keeping everything running smoothly, then this is the series for you. In this first episode of Inside My London Dinner Club, I'll be planning a special Valentine's Day themed dinner for an existing client who is looking to surprise his wife for Valentine's Day. With only 4 weeks to plan the entire event, I have a lot to get started on. First things first, let's meet the client. Okay, so we have a returning client. He has previously booked our luxury concierge service a couple of times. He's actually even done an Instagram takeover with us before, and he loved it so much that he has come back to us to plan a bespoke private event for his wife for Valentine's Day. He's mentioned that he is looking for somewhere exclusive, probably a private dining room would be ideal. And he is looking for a set menu, no options. It's going to be a complete surprise for her. She doesn't know anything about it. So it needs to be quite sophisticated, nothing too wacky. And they will probably be celebrating their anniversary as well. So something with a little bit of romance. First thing that springs to mind is a private room at one of my favorite restaurants in London, which is La Strada. They have a really beautiful private dining space, and they also do a fantastic tasting menu. It's modern European cuisine. So I've got the perfect venue in mind. It just needs a little bit of theming and styling to really make it feel like Paris. So I'm on location today at Osteria. As you can see, we are on the top floor, and this is the beautiful private dining room. We can seat up to 14 people here. The reason why I love this space is because it's bright and airy. It has floor-to-ceiling windows, so you can see out onto the beautiful views of London. And we've got the perfect balance of natural light coming through during the day, and then it gets dressed up at night time with all of these beautiful lights. When you walk in, you then go down into this really cool area. You've got the table, which we can dress up in the theme. And then you've also got this cool standing area where you can have drinks beforehand and also get some photos. So really excited to get this space booked. It's going to be absolutely stunning for our Valentine's Day Parisienne theme. One of the reasons why I chose this restaurant is because they offer a bespoke menu, and they are happy to work with us to tailor it to the theme. So I've asked them to prepare a 7-course tasting menu. One of the courses will be served in the style of a croquembouche, which is a classic French dessert. And the menu will also include a selection of fine French wines to match each course. The next step is to start designing and sourcing all of the theming and decor to really bring the Parisienne vibe to life. So I'm here at my office, surrounded by all of the decor and theming that we now use for the event. So we've got red roses everywhere. Obviously, we had to incorporate the red rose, as it is the flower of love. We've also got lots of candles, which is going to create this really nice romantic atmosphere. We've got red and white striped table runners, which is very Parisian. And then we be draping all of the furniture in white, as well as the chairs, just to give it a bit more of a luxurious feel. Then, of course, we've got lots of Eiffel Tower decorations, lots of little trinkets. We've also sourced a classical musician to play during the event. So we're going to have a harpist playing some classical music in the background. And then we've also got some macarons from a local patisserie, which we now serve after dinner. I am a firm believer that good entertainment can make or break an event. So for this event, we've gone all out and we've hired a famous magician, Ben Earl. He's absolutely incredible. And I've seen him perform live before, so I know exactly what he's capable of. He will be performing close-up magic at the table during dinner. And I'm also going to surprise the client by getting him involved in one of the tricks. Now the final step is to source the perfect bottle of vintage champagne to present to the client's wife. So I'm currently at Berry Brothers and Rudd, and I'm speaking to an expert. Now I've chosen this 1999 vintage of crystal. It's aged for over 20 years. It costs around about £7,500, and it's going to be absolutely perfect for our client's wife. Okay, so the event is all set up and ready to go. It looks absolutely incredible. The venue itself looks amazing with all of the theming and decor. And I'm really happy with how the table looks. The red roses definitely add that touch of romance. And we've managed to transform the space without losing the original elegance of the venue. Here's a sneak peek at the menu. It looks really elegant with the classic Louis XIV place settings and the red roses incorporated into the design. Okay, so the event has now finished. I am just finishing up with some of the suppliers, and I am just waiting for feedback from the client. So it's been a busy night, but it's been really, really worth it. Everything has gone really smoothly. We didn't have any hiccups. The food was absolutely incredible. And all of the suppliers that we used were fantastic, especially the magician. He was absolutely incredible. And the client was really happy with the surprise that we organized for him to be part of the magic trick. They were both really impressed with the overall event. They loved the decor. They thought it looked really romantic. And of course, the personalized bottle of vintage champagne was a really nice touch. As an event planner, it's always rewarding to see the happiness that these events bring to my clients. The look on the wife's face when she walked into the venue was absolutely priceless. That's why I love what I do. If you want to know what went into the planning and preparation for this event, make sure to check out the next episode of Inside My London Dinner Club. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye. Imagine being able to walk into an exclusive members club in London where you re-met with beautiful people everywhere. The restaurant is elegant but relaxed. The menu is exceptional, and the wine flows freely. A night of great food, great company, and lots of laughter is guaranteed. You get to rub shoulders with fellow professionals from all walks of life and make new friends. If you're single, You might even meet that special someone. Everyone is there to have a good time. So what exactly is this place, and how do you get in? Welcome to our channel, the place to be if you're looking to grow your network and income. In today's video, we'll take you behind the scenes of our iconic London dinner club nights. We'll show you what happens when 300 like-minded professionals come together for an evening of fine dining, great entertainment, and amazing networking opportunities. So sit back, relax, and let us transport you to one of our exclusive events. The evening kicks off with guests starting to arrive around 6:30 p.m. The restaurant is buzzing with activity as staff prepare to welcome the first guests. As the first guests begin to arrive, they're met with a warm welcome from our team. After checking in, they're shown to their seats and offered a glass of champagne or a selection of canapes. Some guests are meeting for the first time, while others are catching up with old friends. It's a great opportunity for everyone to mix and mingle, and the atmosphere is relaxed and informal. As more guests arrive, the room fills with lively conversation and laughter. Everyone is getting into the spirit of the event and making new connections. The energy is electric, and it's clear that this is going to be a night to remember. By 7:30, the room is nearly full, and it's time for dinner to start. The waitstaff begins serving the first courses, and the conversation at each table continues to buzz with energy. The food is exceptional, and the wine is flowing as guests enjoy the delicious meal. There are plenty of opportunities to network and make new connections. Some guests are taking advantage of the chance to catch up with old friends, while others are striking up new conversations. The atmosphere is relaxed and friendly, and everyone is enjoying the company of others. As the meal progresses, the entertainment begins. We have live music playing throughout the evening, creating a festive atmosphere that encourages guests to get up and dance. The music is a mix of classic and contemporary hits, and there's something for everyone to enjoy. Some guests are hitting the dance floor, while others are simply enjoying the music and the company. Whatever your pleasure, there's no denying that the entertainment adds a lively atmosphere to the event. Throughout the evening, our team is on hand to ensure that every guest has a fantastic time. We're always available to help facilitate introductions and conversations, and to make sure that everyone feels welcome. Our goal is to create an atmosphere where everyone feels comfortable and can relax and enjoy themselves. And judging by the smiles and laughter, we're doing just that. One of the highlights of the evening is the Q&A session. This is a unique opportunity for guests to hear from each other and learn about different perspectives on a variety of topics. The questions are thought-provoking, and the answers are insightful. It has a chance for everyone to share their experiences and knowledge and to gain a better understanding of the world around them. The energy in the room is focused and engaged as guests listen attentively to the answers. It's a truly inspiring and educational experience that encourages critical thinking and open discussion. As the evening draws to a close, the atmosphere in the room is one of satisfaction and contentment. Guests have enjoyed an excellent meal, lively entertainment, and stimulating conversation. Many thanks to the organizers for putting together such a memorable event. The feedback is overwhelmingly positive, with many guests commenting on the exceptional food, the engaging entertainment, and the value of the connections they've made. We love bringing people together and creating an environment where they can relax, connect, and have fun. And judging by the success of this event, we've done just that. Now let us take a closer look at some of the faces that make our London Dinner Club nights so special. From entrepreneurs to industry leaders, from creative thinkers to innovators, our guests come from all walks of life and bring a diverse range of perspectives and experiences to the table. We have entrepreneurs from various industries who are passionate about their businesses and eager to share their experiences and learn from others. They're the driving force behind innovation and economic growth, and their contributions are invaluable to society. We also have industry leaders who are at the top of their game and have achieved remarkable success in their fields. Their expertise and insights are highly sought after, and they're respected and admired by their peers. They are visionaries who have made significant contributions to their industries, and their leadership inspires others to strive for excellence. Our London Dinner Club nights are also attended by creative thinkers who are constantly coming up with innovative ideas and solutions. They're the ones who think outside the box and challenge the status quo. Their creativity and imagination are invaluable assets, and they are often at the forefront of new trends and developments. But it's not just about professional achievements. Our events also attract individuals who are passionate about learning and personal growth. They're curious and eager to expand their knowledge and understanding of the world around them. They're also open-minded and respectful of others, which creates a welcoming and inclusive atmosphere. Finally, we have the innovators who are constantly pushing the boundaries and exploring new possibilities. They're the ones who take risks and venture into uncharted territory. Their willingness to experiment and their drive to succeed make them true innovators, and their contributions often have a lasting impact. So whether you're an ambitious entrepreneur, a seasoned industry leader, a creative thinker, or simply someone who loves to learn and meet new people, our London Dinner Club nights are the perfect place to connect with like-minded individuals and make meaningful connections. It is also important to note that our events are carefully planned to ensure that there is a good mix of people from different backgrounds and industries. This helps to create an atmosphere of diversity and inclusion where everyone feels welcome and respected. We believe that this diversity of thought and experience is what makes our events so valuable to our guests. So what are you waiting for? Join us at one of our upcoming London Dinner Club nights and experience the magic for yourself. Make new friends, expand your professional network, and enjoy an evening of fine dining, entertainment, and inspiration. We look forward to welcoming you to our community. Thank you for joining us for an evening of fine dining, great company, and unforgettable memories. We hope you enjoyed the video and got a taste of what makes our London Dinner Club nights so special. If you're interested in attending one of our upcoming events, we'd love to have you. Head over to our website to learn more about our next dinner club night and secure your place. We have had so many requests to do a vlog of one of our nights in London that we thought we would take you behind the scenes for an exclusive look at what happens at our dinner club. Our events are known for being super fun, very exclusive, and a great chance to expand your network. We usually focus on a specific niche within tech and bring together founders, investors, operators, and anyone else who is interested in that particular topic. Past events have included topics such as Web3, artificial intelligence, gaming, and future tech. Our event hosts facilitate each evening with their unique knowledge of the space and some help from us. After everyone has been seated, there is a short welcome speech which goes through some ground rules. The idea is that everyone should get involved, talk to new people, and most importantly, have fun. A bit of icebreaker is usually done at the start. Something simple like going around the table and sharing your name and what you do. But we've also done things like having everyone stand up if they've been to a certain country or know a specific programming language. This is a great way to quickly find people that you might want to chat to further. We usually serve a selection of canapés during this part of the evening. There is always plenty of drinks and snacks throughout the whole event. But we find that people tend to be quite hungry after their first few drinks and often pile in for the canapés. The next hour or so involves a lot of mingling and introductions. It is a great time to chat to people in the space, meet potential mentors, and generally soak up the atmosphere. After about an hour or so, it's time for dinner. Everyone sits down and is served a starter. This is a good time for the host to say a few words about the menu and go into more detail about the ingredients and where they source them from. For example, our last event was at Hawksmoor 7 Dials. They are known for serving some of the best steak in London. And they even have a private chef who comes out and says a few words about the menu and talks about how he tailors the dishes to our group. The rest of the meal involves a lot of eating and chatting, which is why we try to pick restaurants with booths or round tables rather than long rows of seats. These work better for group settings and allow people to chat more easily. A lot of the conversations revolve around the topic of the night, but we find that people don't like it when it gets too serious or technical. After all, this is a dinner club and not a conference. So while there may be a lot of talk about AI or Webflow or whatever the topic of the night may be, it's important to keep it light and fun. At our most recent event, we had a representative from OpenAI. He was actually one of the first employees hired by the company, and he gave some really interesting insights into what it's like working there. But even he made sure to keep the conversation fun and interesting without going too deep into technical details. We encourage our hosts to use their discretion on the night to keep the conversation flowing. If a topic is getting a little bit too dry, then they will steer the conversation to something else. Towards the end of the main dinner, there is often a short Q&A session with any special guests. At our most recent event, we had a special guest from a popular streaming service. She gave a short talk about her journey in the industry and answered some questions from the crowd. Again, we find that people enjoy learning about other people's career trajectories and how they got to where they are today. So these Q&A sessions always go down well. Then it's time for dessert. We like to keep the conversation going at this point in the evening, so our servers will often clear away the main dinner plates while dessert is being served. This allows for a bit more mingling before it's time to wrap up. For the evening, there is usually a short closing speech to thank the restaurant, any special guests, and of course the members. This is also an opportunity to make announcements about upcoming events or any other news. While this part of the evening may seem pretty standard, what makes our dinner club special is what happens afterwards. Once the restaurant has officially closed, we move on to the after party. Our after parties are known for being pretty epic. In the past, we have had silent discos, karaoke nights, and even a magician. We try to vary the entertainment each month to keep things fresh and exciting. These nights are a great opportunity for our members to let loose and have some fun. We find that people tend to let their hair down after a few drinks, and the more casual atmosphere allows for some interesting conversations to take place. Most people stay for a few hours after the official event ends, but some go on until the early hours of the morning. After a few hours of dancing and drinking, most people are ready to call it a night. We like to send everyone home with a goodie bag filled with snacks and drinks so they can continue the party at home. It's also a good opportunity for people to take home any merchandise from the event, such as the limited edition prints that we commissioned for the night. As the night draws to a close, we take some time to say goodbye to everyone and thank them for coming. We hope that they had a great time and made some valuable connections. As the last of the party makes their way home, we start to pack up and get ready for the next event. We love hosting these events because they give us an opportunity to bring together some of the brightest minds in the industry. It's amazing to see so many talented individuals come together to share their knowledge and expertise. We also love the networking opportunities that these events provide. It's great to see our members connecting with each other and forming new relationships. If you're interested in attending one of our events, then you should definitely check out our website and sign up to our newsletter. We post about our upcoming events and the limited edition artwork that we commission exclusively on social media. So make sure to follow us if you haven't already. So what do you think of our evenings? Would you like to join us for dinner one night? Let us know in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions for future topics or themes for our dinner club, then please do share them with us. We are always looking for new ideas to keep our events fresh and exciting. That's all for now. See you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my name is Anonymous. I am a reporter at a major news outlet. And today we are going to be talking about what is really going on with London's hottest new dinner club nights. For those of you who don't know, These dinner club nights have been popping up all over the city in the last year or so, and they are exclusive dining experiences hosted by some of the biggest names in the industry from the world of fashion, music, art, entertainment, even professional sports. The clubs operate like private members clubs. You need an invite to get in, and they are invitation only. So that means if you are not connected to someone important, it's very hard to get access to these events. But that's exactly what makes them so appealing. The idea is you pay your money, which is a lot, and you get a seat at the table. There you can eat, drink, network, and socialize with some of the most influential people around. In the case of the Chelsea Club, you might find yourself sitting next to a celebrity chef, a famous actor, or an acclaimed musician. With the food served by the famous chef, cocktails by the mixologist, and a DJ set by the musician, there is no doubt that you will have a fantastic night. But for many Londoners, the appeal goes beyond just having a good time. It's also about rubbing shoulders with the elite. It's about being seen and being able to say, I was there when such and such happened. For these people, the dinner club nights are a way to gain access to a world that would otherwise be closed off to them. They are a way to meet people who could help them in their careers or businesses, or simply to expand their social circles. Now these dinners are not cheap. They can cost upwards of £300 per head. So it is not surprising that many people are willing to pay this amount of money to attend one of these events. After all, it is not every day that you get the chance to rub shoulders with the rich and famous. Now, despite the high price tag, many people are finding ways to make it work. Some people are taking out loans, while others are selling their possessions in order to raise the necessary funds. There are even reports of people taking part in illegal activities in order to make enough money to attend one of these dinners. So what is it about these dinners that makes people go to such extreme lengths? What is the hustle behind London's dinner club nights? Before we start, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to stay in the loop and be notified when we release new videos. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the real reason why people are so desperate to get into these dinner clubs. The first reason is networking opportunities. As I mentioned earlier, these dinners are attended by some of the most influential people in the country. It is an opportunity to meet people who can open doors for you and help you to get ahead in your career or business. People are willing to do whatever it takes to get into these events because they know that it could change their lives forever. The second reason is the experience itself. These are not your average dinner party. The food is incredible, the company is even better, and the atmosphere is electric. People are willing to go into debt, steal from their friends or family, or even sell their cars to be able to afford these events. And the third reason is the status. These dinners are invitation only. It's a sign of wealth and power to be able to attend one. It's a way of showing off to other people and saying that you have made it. So now you know the 3 reasons why people are willing to go to such extreme lengths to get into these dinner clubs. But there is another side to this story. There are those who believe that these dinners are nothing more than a status symbol. They argue that the food is overpriced, the company is full of posers, and the whole thing is just a big waste of time. They also claim that the networking opportunities are limited because most of the people at these dinners are not actually decision makers. Instead, they are just middlemen who can't help you to get ahead. However, despite these criticisms, the dinner clubs continue to thrive. People still want to go to them, and they are still willing to pay exorbitant amounts of money to be able to attend. So what is it that makes these dinners so special? What is the hustle behind them? Well, according to some sources, these dinner clubs are all about exclusivity. By limiting the number of guests and keeping the guest list under wraps, they create a sense of mystery and allure around the event. This in turn makes it more desirable, and people are willing to do whatever it takes to get in. It's not just about the food, the company, or the status. It's also about being part of something exclusive, being part of an inner circle that most people are not aware of. It's like being let in on a secret that makes you feel special and important. But it's not all fun and games. According to one source, there is a serious side to these dinner clubs. They are a way for the elite to network and socialize without the prying eyes of the media. In a world where everything is public and everyone is judged by their every move, these dinners provide a much-needed escape. It is a chance for the rich and famous to relax and be themselves without worrying about being photographed or gossiped about. These dinner clubs are like a breath of fresh air in a world where everything is stale and predictable. They offer something different, something exciting and unpredictable, and that is what makes them so appealing. People want to be part of something exciting. They want to be part of something that is different from the norm. And these dinner clubs offer just that. But it's not all about the excitement. These dinner clubs are also a way for people to give back. Many of the people who organize these dinners do so to support a good cause. They use the money raised from the events to donate to charity or to fund important research. So not only do you get to enjoy a fantastic evening, but you also get to feel good about yourself, knowing that you are helping out a good cause. In conclusion, there are many reasons why people are willing to go to such extreme lengths to get into London as dinner club nights. The networking opportunities, the experience, and the status are just a few. However, there is also a more serious side to these dinners. They provide a much-needed escape from the prying eyes of the media, and they allow the elite to give back to society. Whatever the reason, one thing is for sure. These dinner clubs are here to stay. They offer something that people are willing to pay a lot of money for, an exclusive, intimate, and unforgettable experience. So if you have the chance to attend one, then I say go for it. Just be prepared to spend a lot of money. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please remember to subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching.